Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to this tutorial for TimeTap. We're going to be talking about adding people to your waitlist and managing the waitlist for your business. So the first thing you'll want to do in managing a waitlist is make sure that your services allow for the waitlist. And to do that, you'll want to come into your Settings, Services, and Classes menu and click on the service that you want to make sure the waitlist is turned on for. So once we have that check mark, we're sure we've checked that off for the service, we'll be able to allow clients as they're going through the scheduling flow to join waitlist times, as well as add people to the waitlist from the back office for that specific service. So if we come into our appointments menu for this account, we'll notice that there's been a whole lot of bookings for this business, especially in the month of November and moving forward. So if I try to go to the scheduling flow, I'm not really going to see any appointment times for this month. So what does that do for the waitlist? Let's take a look. On the scheduling side for the client, if I'm going through here and choosing the specific service I want to book for and get to the next view, I see, okay, I can join for December. There are a few times in December that I could book an appointment for, but that really doesn't work for me. I need a different time. So I can choose that link to join the waitlist for an unavailable time, and I can see any of the time slots that are currently booked that I want to join the waitlist for. So I can go ahead and choose the day I want to join the waitlist and choose some of the times that are going to work for me and click through and just select those different dates and times. You'll see as you do that, their waitlist cart ticks up so that they can book for multiple times in a row. Now I'm going to go ahead and just select a few of these days and just join the waitlist. Since this is a demonstration, your clients could choose as many as they'd like to, scroll through different months, and really book for as many different waitlist options as they want. But we'll go ahead and just add in a dummy client here, put in a real email address so that comes through to me and we can see how the emails look. But as I save that, you'll get the confirmation message for joining the waitlist. Now you've got the ability to customize how this message reads for your clients in any way that you'd like. If we look now at my email, we'll see the email confirmation to Emily that she's been added to the waitlist for the following dates and times. So she joined from 9 to noon on November 10th, 8th and 7th, and then on the 11th she joined from 9 to noon and then 2 to 5. So if we come into our back office, we'll see everybody in our waitlist view who's joined the waitlist for any given day. So if we look maybe specifically on the next 7 days, we can see we've got Emily Mullins and Leslie Farmer that have made different reservations for different dates. So here, this is great as a business. If you know someone's going to be canceling on the 10th, you can kind of come in and say exactly who registered for the waitlist on the 10th. And get somebody off the wait list. Now that's if you wanted to manage this manually. A lot of businesses want this to be automatic so that if someone cancels on a given day, the people on the wait list get an email automatically that there's a spot available. To turn that on for your business, you'll want to make sure under your wait list settings that you have auto invite checked off. So that means as soon as someone cancels, we run a check to see, hey, is anybody waitlisted for this time slot? And if they are, we're going to send the people on the wait list an email saying, heads up, a time became available that you were interested in. If you want to get it, click this button and claim it. Now, that puts a hold on the time that got canceled for whatever time you have the waitlist appointment hold time set to. So if we cancel an appointment during one of the times that Emily Mullins waitlisted for, then she's got 24 hours and everybody else on the waitlist for that time has 24 hours. In order to say, hey, I want that appointment slot before we release it back out to the general public to book from. We'll come back to this page because some of the other settings on here are going to be things that you can control as part of the waitlist process. But these two you'll want to make sure you've configured to match what your business's requirements are before kind of going forward with the waitlist. That way people are getting invited the way they should be. So let's come in and just cancel one of those appointments during the times that Emily waitlisted for. So we know she booked on Thursday morning. So if we come into Thursday morning's times, and let's just say Jane Doe said she couldn't come in for her consultation anymore. So we can go ahead, we'll cancel her appointment and confirm that. And at this point, TimeTap's running a check to see, hey, an appointment just got canceled on November 10th at 9 a.m. Is anyone on the wait list for November 10th at 9 a.m.? And does this business want to send out automatic emails telling those waitlist registrants that there's some time available? If yes, then I'm going to go ahead and put this time, 9 to 10, on hold for those waitlist recipients and send an email out to them. So if we come back to our calendar screen, we're going to see that 9 to 10 slot is now on a waitlist hold period. So until either A, one of the registrants claims the appointment, or B, that 24-hour hold time elapses, that spot's going to be set and held for those waitlist attendees. If we go into the profile for Emily Mullins, we'll see that she's been sent an email with waitlist times are available. So you can kind of check and see from the client's profile view if they've been sent an email with the new appointment times. Now let's check my email, and we'll see we've got this appointment times are now available, sent to Emily, and we can click the button to claim the appointment. And you'll notice you're going to be directed to a landing, or they're directed to a landing page to ultimately click the confirm button. That's so that we can do a check and make sure that that appointment time hasn't been claimed by anybody else on the wait list before we give it to Emily. So this page right here, you can control the text that's displayed at the top of the page in the header, as well as the text displayed in the confirm box on your waitlist settings page as well. So I mentioned we are coming back to this page. You'll see the landing page header and the landing page screen text are two things that you can customize here, edit, and update, and that's going to update on your landing page that clients see. So once Emily clicks confirm, we will get a confirmation message as well. And if we come back to the back office view on the appointments page, we'll see now that spot's no longer being held for the wait list. It's been given to Emily and she's put into that slot. Now if we look at the actual appointment list view, we'll see all of Emily's registrations. She's now booked off the wait list, so she's not going to receive any invitations any longer. We're only going to be sending those to the other people that are on the wait list for that date and time. So the next thing I want to talk about is actually adding clients to the wait list from the back office. So if you've got a client calling in and they want to be on the wait list and they don't want to go through the process themselves, you always have a way to add them to the wait list just by coming into your appointments view, if that wasn't clear, clicking the add appointment button and choosing the add waitlist registrant option. That will give you a time of a calendar of all the days and times where you're currently booked, and you can select all of them to add the client to the wait list for the days that you want. So if you wanted to do 11, say they wanted 11, you could come through here and select 11 o'clock to add them to. So we'll go ahead and do that for a few days this week. And you'll notice on the left-hand side, similar to the cart on the client scheduling side, you've got a cart here as well. So that's going to be where you can kind of check and see all of the dates that you've selected have been added to the cart. And we'll add a client here as well. So we'll do a new client, and it's Lorraine that wanted to be added to the wait list this time. We'll give her a different email so we're not as confused by the emails we receive in this demo. And then we'll save her waitlist registration. This confirmation message is just telling you, hey, an email is going to go out to the client letting them know they've been put up for the times and days they've been put on the waitlist for. So we'll save that, and we'll see similarly to what we were looking at before. We'll get an email confirming the times that we were on the wait list. Well, you can also see here that once Emily Mullins claimed that appointment, both I and Emily received an email letting us know of the appointment. This is the email that Emily received saying, hey, your appointment's been scheduled. And then this is the email I received saying, hey, appointment's been scheduled with you, just letting me kind of confirming that someone claimed that appointment slot. And then here we are with, I'm sure I'll get that email eventually and we'll come back and look at that. But Lorraine Scott here, has now been added for different days and times, so November 7th. I can also look at Lorraine's profile if I wanted to at her appointments and see the specific time she's waitlisted for. So that's an option. If I wanted to, say maybe I already know that I'm going to just double up on Monday morning, I can come in here and select create an appointment and go ahead and add an appointment for Lorraine at that time. So that's an option for me as well. I can click that and book an appointment, and she'll be taken off the wait list. Most businesses don't want to double up, but it is something that if you wanted to just go ahead and see multiple people, you can get people off the wait list that way. Or maybe you're just going to accommodate her earlier in the morning that one time just because you know she needs to see you. So similarly, if let's say in this case, since she joined for this week, we'll go ahead and cancel one of the appointment times for Ashley. So if we log in as Ashley, just going to set her password for the scheduler. Now let's say Ashley comes to your scheduler and logs in. And views her existing appointments, and she's not going to be able to make it on Wednesday this week. If she cancels here, you'll get an email letting you know that your client canceled, and you're also that appointment time is going to be put into that holding cell because Lorraine joined the wait list for this week at that time. If we come into our appointments view, we'll see Ashley's no longer there at 11 on Wednesday, but that time is being held. We can go into Lorraine's profile, see her messaging, and see she's been sent this waitlist new times available email. So the same process happens whether it's canceled on the back office or canceled by the client. They're going to get an email letting them know that they can claim that appointment. If we look here, we'll see as Lorraine that email went out to her, and she can click to claim it, get off the wait list, and get that appointment time. So that's how the wait list works for services. That's the one-on-one appointment types. We also have a wait list option for classes. It works very similarly, but there are some slight differences. For classes, you have the option, we'll go ahead and turn on this wait list for the seminar class. But you have the option to say that there can only be so many people registered for the wait list. So instead of saying, allow as 100 people to get on my wait list, you can say only allow a total of, for this demo, we'll just do 2 people and press save. So now if we come to our scheduling flow again and click through, we'll see we have the seminar as an option. But hey, the one time it's offered, it's already all the way full. So I can join the wait list for that seminar. I'll go ahead and do that. And save. And if we come to that class, we'll just look at that class detail screen. We'll see all the attendees that are currently in it, but we can also see anybody that's registered for the wait list. So you can manually add them to the class attendees list. It will increase the capacity for the session and then add them to it. You can also add clients to the wait list from here. So say we wanted to add, we'll do Lorraine again, one of our clients we did a test with. We'll save that. She'll be added to the wait list here. And if we try to go back and book for the wait list again from the client-facing side, we're going to see that's not an option anymore. All those times, all the waitlist slots have been filled, and that's because we put the capacity for the waitlist for that class at 2. If we came back and we changed the capacity for the waitlist to 3 for that class, then we would be able to book into or get on the waitlist for the class again. So it will run a check each time it goes to say, hey, is there room on the waitlist? Yes, okay, go ahead and add them. So if people get booked off the wait list, that will allow more people to join the wait list. for that specific session, but that's how that will work. Let me turn on the seminar on our view here so you can see it on the right hand side. And if we look at it again, we're going to see we've got 2 people in there. We'd be able to add a client to the waitlist from here as again to allow them to be notified if anyone canceled. The process works the same. If I were to mark Matt Bridges as canceled, he's no longer coming to the class, it's going to send an email invitation out to the people on the waitlist. So we've got Hilda and Lorraine that will both receive emails letting them know that a time's become available for the class session. So we can look at, let's say, Hilda's profile. She's got a waitlist new appointment times available. And if we look at the email Hilda received, as well as Lorraine, letting them know that they could book in for seminar, they could claim that appointment as well. Confirm. If they come back to the back office view and we look at that class session list, we'll see Lorraine's been moved to the attendees list for that class. She was booked off the wait list. So if we look at that waitlist registrants view, we'll see, hey, she got booked and moved into the attendees class. So hopefully all of that, I know it's a quick run through of waitlist, but hopefully it gives you an idea of all the things it can do and how it will help you manage the schedule. If you have questions about it, we can always get on the call on a call with you to walk through these specific features and get it set up and answer any questions you've got. We're available if you just click your username dropdown. You can always book a support call with one of our team members, and we'll be happy to walk you through anything you've got questions about. So thanks for watching this demo. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us using the chat icon or again by booking that support call.